Okay, so I recently made a video talking about anime Vanguards and its botting problem. Go watch it if you want to hear my take on that and whatever before you watch this one. But okay, this is kind of crazy. Roblox has been down for about 3 hours now. Actually nearly four. It started at around 7:15 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, at least from my experience, and that is my time zone. And it is currently 10:52 p.m. at CST, so it's been like almost 4 hours, and nobody can really access Roblox right now. Like I really mean nobody. The people that are still on games are really AFK for the most part because nobody can play. And if we were to look at like huge games, right? So Anime Defenders, right? We know that game has a botting problem, 24.6k. You see Rivals is usually huge, 3.2k. Don't ask why I played Toilet Tower Tycoon and Toilet Tower Defense. But we can look at games like Adopt Me. I know that one's huge. Adopt Me. Let's see how many players you have. 24k. And these, of course, again, all AFK. Nobody can really play right now. If we were to look at Anime Vanguards, which, again, I talked about the botting problem before, we have 86.5k, 89k people right now doing nothing. Doing absolutely nothing. Within the almost 4 hours that the game's been down, they haven't even logged back in to leave the game yet. We have pages of just bots, what I'm saying. Okay, I can't load the servers fully, but, right, bots. Mostly bots. If you were to actually be able to scroll, like sometimes I can scroll past 4 or 5, like look at this. Bots. Bots. Lots of bots. If I were to sort by ascending and see the opposite side of the spectrum, not even like the high-end servers, even the lower ones are filled with bots. You can see, like, no amount of okay. Bacon hairs, totally fine, totally normal. I remember when I didn't want to buy Robux. But this amount of bacon hairs, you should acknowledge as botting, right? So the reason I'm making this follow-up video with this being like a perfect time to point out how many people aren't playing Vanguards. This game usually has like 150k to 200k active when it's not like an update, huge influx of players, right? And I'm not trying to hate on the game at all. I think it's great. I actually like the game. But I really did want to point out the botting problem because I feel like within the tower defense community specifically, we point out the botting problem for other games like Anime Defenders. Everyone's saying like that game's dead and the player counts are completely fake. But we don't point that out with Vanguards enough. Like, I even had one of the devs reach out to me and say that my previous video was wrong. And there were things about that that I definitely worded wrong and would definitely change. I didn't want to blame the devs for it at all. But the devs told me that, no, it's not half of the player base, it's like 1,200 accounts. So, within 4 hours that Roblox has been completely down, half of your usual player counts, 90k, are doing nothing. And sure, there are people that are going to be AFK farming for more than 4 hours, right? So there are going to be a lot of people that are still AFK farming. That could make up for like maybe 50 to 60k people if we were being really like giving them the benefit of the doubt on that. But most of these, as we can see from the server list, from both ends of ascending and descending right now, I wish I could scroll through the whole thing, are just completely robots. Like, we have some real players mixed in. But for every real player, you see like 4 or 5 bots, which means that, you know, obviously you can't say that the 90k are just real people who lifted AFK because these are a lot of bots. So when the dev told me, the dev that spoke to me told me that, hold on, I can actually see a lot of them. The dev that spoke to me told me that the botting problem only was like 1,200 accounts, right? In what world are there only 1,200 out of the 90k people right now? Now, I don't want to completely blast the dev because he did tell me that 4 days ago. I guess that the bots could have multiplied huge within 4 days, but I don't think that that would make too much of a difference within just 4 days. So I want to clarify on a few things here. Do not send any hate towards anybody I talk about or any game I talk about in this video because, you know, I'm not making the video for the purpose of hating on anything. I'm not trying to like declare war on the game. And I don't think botting is a huge problem. What I'm really getting at and what I want to do with this video is just get the idea out there because I see within the community, like, a lot of people just don't acknowledge the botting problem at all. And I don't want to say that the devs are some sort of collective hive mind and that this one dev that I talked to represents everybody. And obviously he definitely like exaggerated the 1,200 thing. He could have worded it better, I'm guessing. But with the dev saying that the botting problem is only 1,200 accounts-ish, I think that just kind of shows the community doesn't really acknowledge it as much as they should. Like, they're kind of out of the loop with these types of things, you know? And I think right now is a perfect time to see how many people are just not playing Vanguards out of the people that they say are actual players. Apart from that, yeah, this really isn't like a huge problem. I'm not making this video because I think it's such a massive downside to the game itself. Again, this is of course like a Roblox problem. No hate to Roblox though, because bots are just rampant everywhere on the internet. But I really just think we should acknowledge it more. And I did have a comment talk about blocks fruits. I did see a comment about that, which I think is actually a really good point, very valid. Personally, I only pay attention to games in the tower defense scene because of what I do for YouTube. But if I were to look at Blox Fruits, which I've never really played myself, so I don't know, 230k active. That's crazy. So like 230k people who are just not playing Blox Fruits right now, and just like Vanguards, a lot of bots. Which is, yeah, whoever made that comment about Blox Fruits, you're completely right, bro. Anyways, the reason I made this video, or wanted to make this video, was just to call out the botting problem again and kind of reinforce my previous point in my last video on this problem, that a lot of the community just really doesn't acknowledge it. Like, having that one dev speak to me and say that, of course he's probably exaggerating, only 1,200 of the accounts are the bots, you know, that really, man, shows that, like, people are kind of ignoring this as much as they can, you know? And I'm not at all trying to blame the devs. Like, I understand that most of the bots here are going to teach people black market trying to sell accounts that they farm on, and the devs can't really do much about it. Again, don't send any hate to anybody that I talk about in this video or anything I talk about in this video. I think the game is great. I think the people who work on it are great. I think the people on Roblox are great. But yeah, sadly bots are on the internet, and I think we should acknowledge that bots are here when we are talking about games because they are an important factor. So do not be misled by player counts. If you do take away anything from this video, it is completely up to you. I'm not trying to like start a revolution and boycott anime Vanguards or anything. I'm not trying to declare war on the game. It's not like my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, okay? I just wanted to call out that the bots are here and they can't be denied. So yeah, I don't know. That was pretty much all I had to say about the botting problem. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. And have a great day.